Hello again, and welcome back to the channel. This is Michael from TOEFLresources.com. And in yesterday's video, I promised to get more information about the big changes coming to the TOEFL in August of this year. Today, I am really happy to say that I have that information. Now, everything in this video about the changes has been confirmed to me by ETS, so it should be accurate and correct. So with that said, let's get started by talking about the changes to the speaking section of the test. Yesterday, we learned that 2 of the speaking questions will be removed in August. And today we know which questions those are. First of all, speaking question 1, also known as the personal preference question, will be removed from the test. Likewise, speaking question 5, also known as the problem solution or the campus situation question, will be removed. The other speaking questions will be unchanged. That means you're going to get 1 independent speaking question and 3 integrated questions, and they're going to be the same as before. Next up, the reading section of the test. Well, starting in August, as we already know, there will be just 10 questions per reading passage, instead of 12 to 14 questions, like there are now. Today, I learned that the same question styles will be used on the new version of the test. No question styles will be eliminated. There's just going to be fewer questions overall. Likewise, the style of the reading passages will not change. As for the listening section, there's nothing new to report, but to repeat the news from yesterday, there will be just 3 to 4 lectures on the new version of the TOEFL instead of 4 to 6 like there are now. The number of conversations in this section will not change. Likewise, the styles of listening questions will not change, and the number of questions will not change. As for the writing section of the test, according to ETS, there are no changes. It's business as usual in the writing section of the test. But I do want to note that teachers like myself have observed some trends that are changing the writing section, particularly the independent writing question. Like, we've noticed that the multiple choice questions are getting much longer. We've noticed that there's a new plagiarism warning on the test. And just in recent weeks, we've noticed that when you get a multiple choice writing question, there's a new note saying that it's okay to pick more than one choice. Now, I think this is a topic for a different video, and actually I've already made that video, and I'll put a link to it down in the video description. I do encourage you to check it out. Overall, this means that the new version of the test will take about 3 hours to complete, plus your break time and the admin time. Currently, the test takes 3.5 hours, plus the break and the admin. The score is still being reported as something out of 120 points, and each section is still of equal value. So the scoring is pretty much the same. That's not going to change. As for new books, like a new version of the official guide to the TOEFL, well, according to ETS, they don't have any dates for when new materials will be available. They do insist that the old materials are still good to study with, even though, yeah, they're going to be a little bit out of date. This is just speculation, but I think that means we're going to wait quite a long time before new books are available. My guess would be that we're not going to get another official guide until about 2 years from now, and I think you're going to have to wait even longer for new versions of the official test collection. Hopefully, though, the TOEFL Quick Prep, the TOEFL Interactive Sampler, and the TOEFL app will be updated much sooner. I predict they will be, actually. We'll see. Now, a lot of students have asked me if these changes are a good thing. And my answer is yes, these changes are a very, very good thing. You know, the current version of the TOEFL is way too long. The idea of a language test that takes 4 hours to complete, to me, that's just absolutely insane. I don't think the TOEFL should be that long. So I'm really glad they've shortened it. And to be honest, I don't think they've shortened it enough. I think the TOEFL should be much shorter. And in addition, I think they should make more fundamental changes to the style of the questions and the makeup of the test. Of course, that is a topic for another video. And, if you subscribe to the channel, you might see that later in the year. I've also been asked by students if I think this will make the test easier or harder. And my response is, it's going to be about the same. I don't think these changes are serious enough that they will affect the overall difficulty level of the test. Now, everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, so there could be winners and losers, but I think it's about the same test. I am really happy that with a shorter reading and a shorter listening section, students will be less fatigued when it comes time to speak and write essays. So, I think that means that their output will be a little bit stronger in the speaking and writing sections. We'll see about that. If you guys have any thoughts about the difficulty level of the new version of the test, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, but if you want to know more about the kind of stuff I get up to, please visit my website at TOEFLresources.com. If you happen to be a TOEFL teacher, please check out the blog. I have recently relaunched the blog, and I'm focusing more on stuff that's useful to people who teach the TOEFL. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. But again, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below and make sure to come back next week for a new video about the TOEFL. Take care until then, guys, and goodbye.